actually the dogs were coming.
Right.
Yes, please. Again, for the general public, we took some action that we need to bring forth for the general public, and that's regarding the jail and the new doors for the Sally Ports. We did approve that, and it was about $10,034. So that was approved, and they're on order, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just want to let everybody know, we're not trying to keep anything secret. Okay, welcome. I'm Dave Sorensen.
Joe Duchesne with Ospey PD. This is Matt Tyler.
Matt Tyler, Freedom Police.
And I'm Jim O'Brien, Wolfboro Police.
Okay. Mr. Solomon. Okay. You have a proposal for us, I believe. Who's the spokesman?
We haven't really assigned one. It doesn't matter. Really, what we're looking to do is see if we can. We're all canine handlers in the county. We do all our training around the county, and we're just for wintertime looking for any place to get in and out of the weather to train. And I didn't know, or we didn't know, what was going on with the old building, and if that was a possibility. Until you guys, decide what you're doing with it, of just a place to
You did check with,
work the dogs. I'm sorry.
You did check with the nursing home?
Yeah, we spoke with.
Ball Murray, as well as
Sandy McKenzie?
Sandy
Yes.
as well, yes.
Sandy, oh, she's gone. What was her reaction?
She was all for it. She said she'd support it.
What's involved in it?
Basically, our training, we teach our dogs to do many things. Ideally, we're looking at doing room searches, perfect layout of the old building. As far as the dogs, if there's ever a situation, the dogs actually go and check each of the doors, and that's part of the training involved.
Okay. How often is this done?
We train every Tuesday. Not saying that we would be using the building every Tuesday. Our training, we kind of take it on a
Training together?
Yes,
or
we all.
You do Tuesday and you do
No, we all
No.
train together.
All together?
We all train together. Yeah, every Tuesday. We don't really formulate a game plan until that day. So, like I said, it may not be every single week,
Okay.
but.
Is there anything else other than the plain facility that we have? You'd be using just one wing?
Yeah,
Whatever you guys are willing to offer us.
Right.
I mean, we would be happy with just one wing if that's what you're able to give us. Whatever you're willing to give us, we're willing to work with. That would be great.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we
You'd
can.
leave it as
Same
as
condition.
find it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we're just always looking.
Right?
Yeah, we're looking
Absolutely.
just to use the access pretty much. We wouldn't be changing anything at all. We wouldn't even know we were there or come and go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You need the building heated?
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary, no.
We've used schools in the past, things like that. The dogs work well in the buildings. We've used Kingswood High School several times, and other buildings like that. So.
We don't even need lights. I mean, if you guys are taking heat and lighting out of there, that's not a big deal. We can work around that. I mean, obviously, if the lights and heat are on, that's a plus for us, but it's not a necessity.
How long do you expect to be there?
When we're there for the day, you mean? Oh,
It's
maybe
really,
an hour or two.
it's going to depend on the
Yeah.
situation. Basically an hour or two, as Sergeant Duchesne said. It can vary, though. Obviously, if the building's being used for something else, we can
Fine.
negotiate that.
Yeah.
If there's somebody else working there or something like that, we're more than.
How many dogs are you talking about? One from each department? or-
Yeah, there's
Yes.
3. And then occasionally we'll have some other handlers work with us, but usually no more than 5 at the very max.
Okay.
And
Any
that's
other
rare.
police departments in the county have dogs that would be involved in this?
Not.
The only other
Marlboro
ones
was
is
a possibility.
Sure.
Molten Borough and the Sheriff's Department. If Brittany ever wants to join us, she's always welcome to do that.
Once in a while, fishing game.
Yeah, and
Fishing
Mark
game
Hansel
once in a
from
while.
Fishing Game occasionally will train with us as well. So, like I said, usually no more than 5. And, I mean, unless we decided to hold a special training day. But if we were to do something like that, we'd obviously ask you guys, for permission to do that.
And how long is that? 2 months? 1?
However long you're willing to let us use the building.
Yeah, buildings are always great for us to use.
You know.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
something occurred, do you have liability insurance?
Yeah,
That falls on the town.
my dog's insured through the town.
Yeah, it would all fall, if something were to happen, it would fall back on that agency, so it wouldn't have anything to do with the county per se, it would fall back on that individual agency.
Good question.
Right, if there were a damage or anything like that, then the agency would be responsible for that. But again, we don't anticipate any, we haven't had any issues with that in the past that I'm aware of. As far as
Yeah, there's been no issues.
the dogs work really well, they're really low key, it's not,
What kind of dogs are you?
they're all shepherds.
Shepherds.
Yep, they're all shepherds. Yep.
Questions? Any further questions? Anybody from public got questions regarding this project? Yes.
How do you define low-key? Matt's dog almost ate my hand off through the glass last night.
At least that was only your hand, Mr. Bassett. I have another story that I'll tell you another time outside of this facility.
There's no other people involved, I mean, no other county people, other than making sure that the door is unlocked so you can get in?
Correct.
You don't need any maintenance people?
No.
We don't, no.
The only thing that we like to have is, if it's possible, is to have some cleaning supplies there. If there's an accident with one of the dogs that we can clean up. So it's always nice to have like a mop bucket in some rooms or whatnot. But other than that, we'll take care of all that ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, anybody? Questions? No?
This must be advanced training because obviously these dogs have been trained.
Yeah, it's
They're using them.
It's maintenance training.
Yeah, we there's a requirement that we need to fulfill for training every month, and which breaks down, we do it weekly to fulfill that requirement. So it's maintenance training. The dogs are always certified, and we do the training to keep up with it, and it's all documented. And
Okay, Damon?
I was just wondering if they thought the rest of the department might need the building for anything, for kind of people training.
that, you mean,
Just in other words, do you need training space for officers? not
that would
just
be
dogs?
fantastic. I mean, we're always looking for places for that kind of thing, you know. Those are tough to come by sometimes, but like we've used schools for things like that, the town hall, things like that. You know, active shooter scenarios, things like. It's always good to have buildings to train officers in. Absolutely.
That's what I was saying, is maybe there's more of a need than just the dogs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
I'm sure the other agencies could always use, you know, for officers training for building searches and such. If the building's available for that, I'm sure other agencies would jump on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you sign the municipal?
I don't have any problems. Do you have any problems with the dog? Facility?
No, it's okay.
Do you have any problems with it?
No, I love dogs.
You love dogs. When would you start?
Maybe the week after next.
Okay. I guess I would say check with Maury.
Okay.
He's has an office in that building. Probably during the day you'll find over at the new nursing home, but he apparently got in contact with him. I'll catch you out so you know what's going on.
No problem.
Okay.
That's not a problem at all.
You worked for us, didn't you?
I used to work for the jail, yes.
For the jail, okay, I thought I recognized you.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, do we need a motion?
I need to approve the use of the old version of the training of the dogs.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion? All those in support of the motion say aye.
Aye.
That's so voted. Good luck.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
much.
much. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Matt, did you notice if those trees are gone yet?
If what?
On that field, did you notice if the trees are gone yet?
I
That
I haven't noticed.
All right, any, okay, we're gonna do the minutes. Any, you know, if people wanna stay around, that's fine. We
I
gotta
just have
do the minutes and,
this Carroll's location, tax warrant. They had sent,
we gotta sign.
sign it.
Yes.
Minutes.
Oh, point of order, can we do the public comment and then minutes?
Yes, go ahead. All right, I'm sorry.
I was just wondering, okay, So, and I know we've gone over this a number of times, but, you know, we took out the 2.5 million, we had 2 million left over. Are you gonna use 2 million to offset the tax rate
No.
again?
No, I said 500,000.
500,000. So you'll have,
You gotta make up that 2 million.
gonna make up the 2 million to have to meet the 10, to get close to the 10%.
I'm not sure you're talking about 10%.
What-
Forget the 10%. We have 2 million in surplus
Right,
for emergency purposes. We don't touch that unless we have an emergency. Or if the delegation approves taking more money out of that surplus
right,
to reduce the budget.
right.
Reduce the
Taxes.
taxes, right. Okay. We don't know right now, because it's only the end of November. We don't know how much we're gonna have left over this year. We're hoping to have 500,000 plus left over this year, which would be using to offset the taxes,
Yep,
to offset that 2.5 million also,
right.
all right?
And then you have the 1.2 million from the nursing home.
What's the 1.2 million?
The 1.2 million is the
More money
money
that's not spent.
that's not spent on the nursing home. And that was gonna be 2 million, but
No,
you're
no, no,
gonna,
no, 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 wait a minute.
or you have at
That
least
2
2 million.
million can't be used to offset taxes. It can only be used for capital
Can you put it in
improvement.
surplus?
What?
You can't put it in surplus?
No,
No.
it can be used for capital expenditures or for paying down the principal, according to the bond agreement. Okay?
So, but then, I guess what I'm saying is, if you have 2 million, right, you have the 2 million surplus, that.
2 million left over from the new nursing home, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And you have 2 million in the surplus that you can't touch.
Forget about that 2 million.
Okay.
That's not on the table.
And the 2 million that you have to make up,
Yep,
that was for the surplus that you took out in the last cycle.
correct.
Yes.
So in other words, when you do that, you will have 4 million. You'll be adding that to that 2 million that you can't touch. And now you'll have 4 million.
No,
I think it's the 2.5 million that you have to make up to come in at 17% is where the misunderstanding is. Maybe you can
yeah.
explain that a little better.
Oh, okay, I think I get it. Now, that 2 million is in the budget, not, because, no, I'll let
What
you
2
explain.
million? You gotta identify your money,
Okay, the budget.
the budget. Yep.
You used 2.5 million from surplus
Yep,
to offset the tax
tax
rate.
rate, yep,
You're not gonna do that again this year.
500,000.
You'll do 500,000. So you have to find 2 million in the, you have to find 2 million outside of using any kind of surplus.
Yep.
To,
Which is gonna be raised by
which is
taxes.
gonna be raised by taxes. Okay,
I think that's correct.
okay. I think I get it now.
All right, you got something?
I get several things, Mr. Chairman. I made the motion that the 1% was a target. I'm not sure, but I think if you check the minutes, you'll find out that that 1% was intended to include everything with no exception. The six points that you made here should have been included in that 1%. I think if you check the motion, you'll find out that's what it was.
Well, my understanding was from Representative Schmidt from Wolfboro that certain items, and I think Representative Umberger agreed, there's certain items that we take out that we have no control over.
Well, I would say to you that it should be in the minutes.
Okay?
The next thing, didn't we have any kind of a penalty clause in our construction agreement that for a due date? This furnace was supposed to be here, my recollection was it was supposed to be here last June.
It's not their fault, it's our fault. We're not gonna penalize ourselves. $300,000 is a lot of money, and we put it out for bid.
Oh, so the holdup, it is
bid.
here, but we're not installing it because we have to go out for bid to find out who's gonna do it.
Yep.
Okay, well, that
Cheaper
certainly would,
price.
that certainly wouldn't be their fault.
Right.
On this Cybertron thing, Dave, I've got it here twice, but yet I can't figure out,